How do I put it? How will I put it? I kind of feel like I want to do the random oracle reads again, maybe. Hi everyone, welcome. Give me like a couple seconds. Alright, I need to get these off of here. And this one as well. Why? Oh. Give me 2 seconds. I don't understand why all of a sudden my computer is just like the keyframe is like it's working too low. I don't understand. Because there's not a lot of shit going on my computer. Because it kind of... Okay, so I suppose you guys might have an experience in buffering in the stream, which that's just gonna be it. I hope it's gonna be fine. Hopefully. We'll kind of like see. We kinda will see. What do I have here? Oh my god, I don't know. Okay, anyway. Hi everyone, welcome. It's not clear, yeah. I don't understand. Because it says like high CPU usage, but then it's only saying like 30% is used, so it's like But then there's no real way how to like fix it. It says like what can I do, and then it says like enable performance mode, but then I will lose, like now with Streamlabs I have a live feed. I see what I do. If I look at YouTube, can I just hide this one? it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. I hope you guys are able to like see everything. That's the most important part. I know on Twitch it's fine. I think on YouTube it's fine. But I'm not sure. Not sure. Okay, I'm not sure, but it's fine. It's fine. I don't really care. Well, I do care, but I think it's fine. Okay, hi everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Who is still here? Suba, darling, if you are still here, let me know. And I will take a look at your angel number message. For everyone else, welcome, 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 welcome. It's fine. Okay, good, 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 good. Good. How are we all doing? And welcome. On Friday, I always do shit a little bit different, just to mix shit up a little bit for the weekend. So today, instead of the free oracles, we will be taking a look at, well, free oracles, but more so, I've done this before, and I think it was a good success, so I wanted to see if everyone's like up for it again. So today we are gonna do some random, just oracle messages. What do you need to hear? What do you need to know at this point? So you will not be able to ask me anything. That's the beauty of it. It's just any messages that Spirit has for you at this time. I randomly pick from the chat. There's no guarantee that you will get your reading done. I just kind of like feel who I feel drawn to do a reading for, because sometimes, you know, there might be multiple messages for the same people. We had a live stream where I did everyone's and just multiple like similar messages keep coming through, where I just felt like I was doing the same reading for like 5 people in a row. So keep that in mind as well. If you are watching at this time, there might be some messages in someone else's reading that also resonate for you, so just have an open mind while watching this live stream today. I just reset the chat real quick. So if you're interested in getting any messages, be aware anything can come out. So it's not specific for any situation. Leave your name in the chat and I will take a look. Don't forget to follow my channel and like the live stream as well, as it helps me out a whole bunch if you do so. If you're wanting a oracle reading, a €2 donation is how you can get those. If you would like a more in-depth one question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €10. Ooh. It's going to be for a €10 donation. Me yawning, that's just it's not that I'm bored, it's not that I'm tired, it's just that I'm like locking in with like Spirit, so that's good. So yeah, again, drop your names in the chat and I will randomly pick them from the chat. Again, they are just messages that you need to hear at this time, at this point, if there are any messages. Also, again, there's no guarantee that I will get to your reading. Keep an open mind, there might be some messages in other people's readings that you just need to hear as well. Let's take a look. Stefania, let's take a look for Stefania. Oh my god, you have a whole pile here. Okay, you have the feminine, lack and doubt, ego, vanity, pride, expression and truth, freedom, leap and opportunities, and toxicity, bound and patterns. At the bottom of the deck, you have cycles, change, and completion. So I definitely feel you stepping, like you are almost, I almost want to say you are allowed to step more into your feminine energy. Let go of that feeling of lack, I'm not good enough, and just take that leap of faith. Have a little bit more of like a higher, I kind of want to say higher, how do you say that? Just thinking of yourself as the fucking shit. Again, with that change, cycles, and completion, I feel like you are going through the ending of a cycle right now, where you might have been held in toxic situation or patterns of behaviors that weren't that good for you, it very much asks you to express your truth, express what is going on, how you're feeling. Again, step more in that almost, I kind of want to say, dark feminine energy, where you're just like, this is me, I love myself, fuck you, I'm just gonna do me, and have a little bit of a higher ego of yourself. That's totally, yeah, legit, totally. So yeah, I kind of want to say just work on that self-confidence, because I almost feel that there's a feeling of like, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? You know? So, yes. Okay, next up. You're early. I'm so late. No, I'm early. I'm early. Thank you. You're very welcome. Go kick ass. Jodie, let's take a look, darling. Jodie. Why does full on like heaps come out? Jodie. We have Karma, Balance, and Justice, Guarded, and Vulnerability, the Ace of Fire with Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius, a Reunion and Soul Tie, and the Courage to Change. As the overall energy, you also have Union and Integration. So I do feel that this is about relationships. I don't know if there's someone coming back with a reunion being here, Integration and Union, but we do have change here. Again, I kind of feel like that there might be someone coming back into your life that is causing you a little bit to pull your walls up, make you feel guarded and vulnerable. I do feel that there is a very strong connection, especially a physical connection, the sparks very much being there. With Karma, Justice, and Balance, it just feels like them coming to you feels like karma. So it's either going to be an ex-partner that is just going to crawl back to you, or it is a new person coming in that just restores the balance a little bit. That's the person that you need, that's the person that you have been attracting, or at least the energy that you have been attracting. If you are at a point where you're like, I don't want any exes coming back, or I'm not like looking for a relationship, or I feel like I'm not ready for my own karma, then you can redirect this energy still by redirecting your thoughts. But with that courage and change, I feel like this person or opportunity coming into your life for change and having the courage to step up, make the change, let's go. So be open for it. Again, it's okay to be guarded you can be both guarded and still exploring what's happening. It's not where you're just like, okay, the moment that you open the door like this little bit, it's like wide open. So yeah, you can be both guarded and taking a look at it. Again, with karma as well, that like balance here. So yeah, I kind of want to leave that there. Guys, please don't stop the chat. I will get to your question eventually. Welcome, welcome, welcome. For everyone that is new, welcome. Nice to meet you all. My name is Lindy. I am a Dutch tarot reader from the area of Rotterdam. Very direct person, very direct tarot reader. For today's free readings, we are, as always on Friday, doing shit a little bit different. Today, I am just going to do some oracle readings for you guys, for whoever I feel drawn to. There's no guarantee that I will get to your question. Whining that you want one is not going to help you any faster. As I always say, the more you ask, the more likely it is that you are not going to get a reading, because I just get annoyed by it. So please refrain from doing so. Let me reset the chat real quick, because I will reset the chat a whole lot of times, because I don't know who leaves, you know, when I'm doing a reading or when you don't get picked. So if you're interested, follow the channel, like the live stream, and let me know your name, and I will randomly pick from the chat. If you would like an oracle reading, or if you're like, no, I need one of those, a €2 donation will get you the priority as well as a guaranteed reading from me. If you would like a more in-depth one-question tarot reading, so your own question for the tarot, it is going to be for a €10 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. If you are working with a different currency than the euro and you don't know the exchange rate, let me know. We can look it up and it's going to be fine. Again, just leave your name in the chat. I randomly pick from the chat. There's no guarantees today. Usually there are, but today there is none. I just randomly pick who I feel drawn to do so. Monica. What is it that Monica needs to know or hear this time? Okay, I'll take this one too. Do I want that one too? Let's just take it. You have release, surrender, and purge, Pluto and transformation, self-love, creation and intentions, guilt and sabotage, transcendence and unity, confusion and illusions with Neptune. At the bottom you have forming, solid foundation and structures. For Monica. Okay, in order to transform, in order to move forward and to form more of a solid structure, you need to forgive yourself and release any form of guilt over doing so. Choosing yourself without guilt, without feeling like, okay, I need a moment for myself, I'm so sorry. No, I need a moment for myself. Period. Done. Let go and release any form of like guilt that you have over choosing yourself over something else. Because with that confusion and illusions, I kind of feel like by holding on, we are holding on to the illusion that you are not the number one priority, to the illusion that someone else created for us. And again, with that release, purge, and surrender, the moment that you like surrender to that, with that transcendence, I feel like you will transcend the obstacles that are there. You also have messages and dreams, so I feel like you have been guided in a certain direction already. With that forming structure and solid foundation, I think that's just the focus right now for you, to focus on you and your solid foundation and your, like, you know, I feel like be selfish. Like have a little bit of a an agreement with yourself to be just selfish and allow yourself to ask the question, how will this serve me? In what way is me doing this for them serving me? And sometimes there are things where you're like, okay, then I'm happy, or then I feel more calm when I do so. Like, that's totally fine. But I do feel that it is a little bit of the question, okay, how many fucks am I willing to spend on this? You know? Again, that's so, I feel like more so that Spirit wants you to choose yourself, which I do feel that you have been trying to do more often, but that it often comes with a feeling of guilt when you do so. And at that, I feel like you are allowed to release now. Because I kind of feel like a lot of people will show their true faces when you do. Which again helps with like the confusion and illusions that they are trying to, like, people are inherently selfish. People always have an agenda. This is where I would like you to fit into, and the moment that you step out of it, they're a bit like, oh, are you sure? Is that really what you should be doing? Because in their agenda, they would like you to keep you in that little box that they have created for you in their own brain, you know. But if we are too worried about their boxes about their labels of you, you're not really living. So again, I feel like you can just release that guilt over choosing yourself. Become friends with the idea of people calling you selfish. When someone calls you selfish, yes, I am. As I should be. Who else is gonna choose me if I don't choose me? You know? So yeah, be comfortable with disappointing people, because you know, in your lifetime you will disappoint people, so better get fucking comfortable with it. And as long as you don't disappoint you, I don't care about the rest. So yes, also wump to you. Don't bro me. I'm not a bro. A mum. Let's take a look. A mum. A mum. so much. You're welcome. Go kick ass. Amam, you have ego, vanity, and pride. We have regret and repression. And we have contracts, career, and commitment with until depth tear us apart. At the bottom, we have attraction, Mars, and hot with the Ace of Fire as well. For you, I kind of feel like that there is some work that needs to be done surrounding the ego. I kind of feel like that there's very much a feeling of the moment I am like triggered in a certain direction, I'm gonna do it, which is kind of like good. But again, with that until death tear us apart, I feel like that there might be some issues regarding commitment and sticking to it, and then having regrets. Maybe even repressing some feelings and then experience regrets whenever we follow that ego. A little bit of work to be done there for you, to take a look at the ego and doing some ego shadow work. I honestly kind of want to leave there because again, I'm kind of seeing some issues regarding either career or commitment altogether. And very much either getting bored very quickly or, and then, you know, a little bit like bored, and so like we move forward, move on. So I kind of want to leave there. Okay. Give me 2 seconds. Who is still here? Let me know your names. Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you are returning. If you are new, nice to meet you all. My name is Lindy. I am a Dutch tarot reader from the area of Rotterdam. Very direct person, very direct tarot reader. If you're interested in the free option today, which is a free just oracle reading, anything that you need to hear or know at this time, follow the channel, like the live stream, let me know your name and I will take a look. I will reset the chat a couple of times just because I'm not really sure who is still here, who left, all that good stuff. Stefani, thanks so much for the donation, darling. I will take a look. I was gonna get there. If you're interested in a guaranteed reading or an oracle reading, a different oracle, then a €2 donation is how you can get those. If you would like a more in-depth one-question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €10 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. Right now I will take a look at Stefani's question. What is coming towards you in the next few weeks for Stefani? What is coming in for Stefani in the next few weeks for Stefani? We have the 6 of Cups as the overall energy. We have the Sun. Love that. Let me just gather everything. We have the 9 of Cups, the King of Wands, the Devil, Judgment, the Ace of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, and the 2 of Cups. Okay. A lot of new beginnings, new starts. Love that. Okay, with that Sun underneath that as well. Because the Sun is just happiness. The 6 of Cups talks about like good memories. That can also involve children, but it can also just revolve around someone that you have like childhood memories with, or just good memories altogether. The 9 of Cups is a wish being fulfilled. I'm seeing a new chapter, maybe in work, maybe in like school. But I definitely see a new like chance or a new opportunity when it comes to that. Whether it is going back to school, whether it is finishing school, whether it is a new job, or feeling the urge to look for something new. I'm also seeing in regards to love, depends kind of like on the situation that you're in. If you are in a relationship, it can be like deepening the connection. It can also be a new relationship or a new love interest coming in for you with that 2 of Cups as well, where it's just very well balanced. Judgment being here, love it as well. I'm definitely seeing a harvest coming in for you in the next couple of weeks, where your karma will kind of like even out. If you have been putting in good karma, I feel like you will get the fruits of your labors kind of like happening here. The King of Wands as well. Okay, what I want something like specific. Why is that King of Wands here? What is that King of Wands here, Stefani? The Tower and the 7 of Cups. So again, I'm kind of feeling like someone coming into your life that might be a possible romantic partner coming in. that's gonna come in very suddenly, you bump into them on the street and it's been a while. Again, the Six of Cups being here, you haven't seen them for like years and years and years, and going like, oh my god, hi, how have you been? The Seven of Cups is like all the options surrounding this being open, and there is a little bit of that, like, oh, like how, where does this, what does this mean? Why did I run into this person? How will this move forward? There is a little bit of uncertainty there for sure. I kind of want to take a look at the Devil, why the Devil is here. And that can talk about like fear. It can also talk about like ego issues. We have the Page of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, and the Page of Cups. Again, I kind of feel like that's surrounding this person coming in, that there is a little bit of like nervousness that this person brings in. I do think that it is good nervousness, because it's like exciting energy with the pages that we're having here. But our fear is kind of like afterwards, you're like, oh my god, I should have said this, or I should have done that, or, you know, where afterwards you're kind of like bumping your head of like, oh my god, I should have, why did I say that? You know, a lot of overthinking. Where, like, don't worry, just breathe, it's gonna be fine. Also, be aware always that you cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. That's not a thing, because the right person will understand. Okay, why is Judgment here? Why is Judgment here? The Lovers. So, yeah, I am just having a small suspicion that you are single. Just a small one. Because I definitely feel that this has to do with love. Again, the Six of Cups, this person, I feel like it's not a totally new person, I feel like. I think it is someone from your past already, with that Sun energy, very much like happiness. So I do feel that there are, when you see this person, happy emotions come too, as in you've had just only happy memories with them. I don't think it is an ex-partner. I think it's like, that can be like the one that you had a crush on when growing up, or, you know, something like that. Why is the Ace of Pentacles? That seems random. Okay, Eight of Cups. Oh, okay. So I kind of feel like that you might meet this person. That can be you, like your car breaking down, it needs to go to the garage, you're like, fuck me, okay, you know, doing that, and then there they are, like something like that. Or I don't know, something breaks, you need to go to the mall to get a certain thing, you're kind of like annoyed, and then you run into this person. So I do feel that there is some like negative trait as to why you are there, why you are in the place where you will run into them, where you are just like, fuck my life, of course, oh my god, you know, it's such an annoyance, and then when you're there you run into them. So it's very much your spirit kind of like playing with you, where it's like, okay, this needs to break down now so that you will be in the same space as this person coming in. So yeah, I kind of want to leave it there, because I kind of feel like that's what's happening in the next few weeks for you. The next few weeks. So when something breaks down, or when something is a nuance and it will force you to go out of the house, don't let anyone else get that for you. When, I don't know, something breaks down, like a light or something, just go and get a light. Don't like call your friend or your mom of like, oh, I need a light, are you in the store, can you grab it for me? You go, you do it. Yeah, that's kind of where I want to leave it for you. That's kind of where I want to leave it for you. Yes. And again, where this goes, that is a little bit like up in the air a little bit with the Seven of Cups. All the options are open, but I think it's going to be an encounter where it's just, again, we have the Sun, so it is going to be like happiness. It is going to be a very fun, good encounter. Like catching up and, you know, stuff like that. Funny, because something has to break down in order for me to leave the house. Yeah. Yes. Thank you again. You're welcome, darling. Yeah. I kind of feel like that's good, because again, I felt like the emphasis of Spirit just going like, when I break this for you, you go outside and get it. Like, don't let anyone else. Don't like call your mom and go like, Mom, this is broken. Can you get one for me? No, get out there. Get out. Get out. Yeah. So yes, that is what I see for you in the next couple of weeks. Because it's also kind of like, it kind of feels like a scavenger hunt now. Every time like something breaks down, you're like, oh, let me do my makeup, you know. Which I feel like it's just like fun. Will it be this time, you know? You know. Yes. Okay. That's just so fun. Okay, anyway, hi everyone, welcome. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you are returning. If you're interested, on Friday we always do shit a little bit different. Today we are just gonna do any messages from Spirit through Oracle readings for you guys. If you're interested, follow the channel, like the live stream, let me know your name in the chat. I reset the chat a couple of times because I don't know who sticks around, who already left, who's like, bitch, I'm not gonna wait this long. You know, so I reset the chat a couple of times. If you're interested in a oracle, a different oracle, or where you're like, no girl, I need one, a €2 donation is how you can get those. If you would like a more in-depth one question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €10 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. Keep that in mind as well. Again, I just randomly pick from the chat, so there's no guarantee that I will get to your question, where usually there is a pretty good guarantee that you are going to get your oracle. With this format, I spend more energy and more time on them, and there's not always a message for you. Sometimes Spirit, you know, there's not always a message for you. So keep that in mind as well as sometimes there might be some messages for you that resonate for you in someone else's reading as well. So just have an open mind in this live stream today, and we'll kind of like see what happens. V, let's take a look. V on Twitch, for everyone watching on YouTube who's like, who's V? Watching on Twitch. So V, let's take a look. We have Epiphany and Breakthrough, love that. Integration and Union, the Ace of Fire with Leo, Aries, and Sagittarius. We have Harvest with Autumn, Higher Self-Activation, and Sun Strength and Empowerment. And then we also have, as the overall energy, Attraction and Hot with Mars. Love that. I'm kind of feeling like a harvest happening for you with that Epiphany and Breakthrough as well. Attraction, Hot, Sun, Strength, Empowerment, Higher Self-Activation. I kind of feel like almost like a switch happening. Like a switch happening, and suddenly we're just like mind blown. Breakthrough, Epiphany. Again, that harvest moment. Which, funnily to say, it is almost a full moon, which is the harvest period of the month, where like after the full moon you have that. But Attraction, Hot, I'm a bit where I'm like, what am I looking at? The Ace of Fire can talk about a new beginning, a new start, something exciting, whether that's a new hobby, trying out something new, and just going like, fuck yes, this is it. This is, whether that is, I don't know, you going for like boxing lessons, and you notice how good it makes you feel afterwards, where you're like, where did this like has been, why have I never done this before? It kind of feels like, because underneath that you also have toxicity, bound, and patterns, where with this breakthrough and this epiphany, this realization, it's almost you breaking the patterns, and again, it's just like mind-blowing. That can also be someone says something, or you read something where you're like, oh my fucking god, I never thought about it this way, you know, and that kind of like setting things off. So I see a big again, not necessarily transformation, I just see like a switch happening, and you just you know, setting off more in line with yourself, feeling more balanced. All the hard work that you've been putting through has been almost like falling like in place and like aligning to the point where you can like move on and move forward with that Sun, Strength, and Empowerment as well. I honestly kind of want to leave it here. It's definitely hot outside. Yeah. But I'm kind of feeling, I don't know why this message comes in for you, but it just kind of feels like hot girl summer. Like that vibe, that energy, like self-confidence. Again, I just feel like this switch happening, but I'm a bit where I'm like, why am I seeing this switch? Why am I not seeing what leads up to it? You know, because I'm just curious as to like what is happening. But yeah, I kind of want to leave it here. A lot of hot energy, a lot of fire energy. We gotta be hot girl summer, yes. Thank you. You're welcome, darling. Welcome. Stefani, let's take a look. Where is Stefani? Or Stefani? Sorry. Okay. Oh, you have both the Ace of Water and the Ace of Earth. So, Ace of Water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You also have the Ace of Earth, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. You have forming structured and solid foundation. Trust the divine timing. And then also toxicity, bound, and patterns. As the overall energy, we have thoughts and isolating. Thoughts and isolating. Okay, I'm kind of feeling that your toxic trait is overthinking, to the point where you're just like stuck. Like, I don't know if this is just you, like it needs to make sense for you before you can like release it or let it go. Sometimes something happens to us and we almost ask ourselves the question, like, why would anyone do that? Why, you know, trying to make sense of what happened. You don't have to understand something. Sometimes it's even better if you cannot understand other people's toxic behavior, where it's coming from, or, you know, you don't have to understand a situation in order to decide to let go of it. Because I kind of feel like that there is a feeling of like lingering. Something negative happens and it kind of like lingers on for a long period of time where you just in your thoughts about it. Trusting divine timing. This can also be feeling impatient. What else can I do? What else, you know, am I doing not enough? Am I not enough? Do I need to make some changes? How can I go from here to there? How can I attract someone? How can this come in? So I'm just seeing a lot of thinking that's kind of like preventing you and causing this like toxic cycle of actually moving forward, where Spirit's just like, no, just trust yourself, trust and work on the only thing that you can do is work on your own foundations. And for everything else coming into your life, that's just trusting the universe and the divine timing that it will fall into place. I am seeing new opportunities for you. I'm seeing a new opportunity in love. I'm also seeing a new opportunity in work. But we do need to get out of our thoughts and just take the action and just take the step. Trust what we feel. Trust the messages that we got, and trust that gut feeling in your stomach, and don't try to reason with it with yourself, where if you're feeling uncomfortable with someone, just go like, well, it must be me, it must be the setting, or no, trust that gut feeling and act appropriately to it, because otherwise you are gonna place yourself in this toxic situation. If you take a look, she is not bound. She just lays her hand, her wrist on this on these chains, but she's not bound, even though we have bound here. Toxicity and patterns, that's very much you just putting down your wrist on a toxic situation, you know, for the chance of getting like captured. So try to feel a little bit more rather than make logic of it in your mind. I kind of want to leave it there. I hope that made sense. Hi everyone, welcome. Yes, I am seeing you, darlings. I am seeing you. I just randomly picked from the chat, because again, there's not always a message for you from Spirit. I did this before, where I did do everyone's, and there were just very multiple like messages or similar messages to, like, you know, So keep in mind, sometimes there's also messages in other people's readings for you, especially if it resonates. Just trust your intuition and your gut feeling. So yeah, we are gonna do free oracle reads for today. It's rather quiet, so if you two are the only ones left, I might call it a day after that, but we'll kind of like see. Let me do the introduction for everyone that is new. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today on Friday, as always, we are doing things a little bit different. Today we are gonna do totally free oracle readings. There's not going to be answering questions, it's just any messages that Spirit have for you at this time. All you need to do is follow the channel, like the live stream, let me know your name, and I randomly pick from the chat. There's no guarantee that I will get to your question, so keep that in mind as well. If you would like a guaranteed reading or a different oracle, a €2 donation is how you can get those. If you would like a more in-depth one question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €10 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. If you are working with a different currency than the euro and you don't know the exchange rate, let me know and I will look it up. I live stream every single day from Monday to Friday, but only for 2 hours max each time. So give me a follow if you haven't yet, so I show up on your For You page, or no, on like I just show up more. You get a notification. I think I wanted to say you get a notification whenever I am in the live stream. If you would like to receive like a guaranteed notification, hit that notification bell. So you do. I am very quickly just gonna grab a little bit more water before we continue. Also, my hair today is just all over the place. Oh my lords, oh my lords. God. Oh my god, a lot of people came. Hi! Welcome. Give me like 2 seconds. I need a little bit of a moment. Because again, these types of reading like just cost a little bit more energy from me, so I don't do a lot. So, let's take a look. I want to take a look. Again, there's no guarantee. I randomly pick from the chat. Samina, let's take a look. For Samina. Just 2. Okay, just 2. We have control and tactics. Disharmony, triggers and conflict, and then regret and repression. Let go of control. Let go of the need to control everything. Because I kind of feel like it's almost like suffocating. And I feel like you will regret it if it's too much like thinking about it. It's causing triggers and disharmony where there doesn't have to be. You also have remember and awakening at the bottom as well. You don't have to have control over everything for a positive outcome to be. Just because you don't have control of something doesn't mean that it's going to have a negative outcome. So for you, a very short, quick message of just let go of the need to control every situation or every outcome, or it has to go this certain way. Yeah. Srishti, let's take a look. Srishti. We have the Ace of Fire, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius, Pluto, transformation, self-love, creation, intention, messages and dreams, and trust the divine timing. Contracts, career, and commitment until death tear us apart. Sushi. Okay, I'm feeling like new opportunities coming in for you, but you're so focused also on like a certain outcome or a certain situation. Allow transformation to happen. Self-love, creation, intentions. Set your intentions. Focus on self-love and then just let go of everything else. Messages and dreams, I feel like with trust divine timing, that spirit has been trying to communicate with you in your dreams, have sending messages in your dreams, to take certain action, to take a leap of faith. Because with contracts, career, and commitment, that can be about career or commitment. I feel like it's just you're so stuck in a certain, or feel like this is just the only way to do certain things, which is not the case. Again, we have transformation here. Some messages already coming in through dreams. I kind of want to leave it here. I have no idea what this is about, but I kind of want to leave it here because I kind of feel like that's enough for you. But I have no idea. I have no idea. Okay. Who do I want to pick next? Noza. Let's take a look. Noza. You have the North Node with Cosmic and Purpose, Reflection and Projection, Epiphany and Breakthrough, and then we have the Comfort Zone Clinging with the South Node as well. So we have the North Node and the South Node, okay. I kind of feel like at some point be open to see the true reflection of yourself and of other people, because only when you can dare to look at it, the truth, will you have breakthroughs and realizations. We're so holding on to the comfort zone and the idea of, no, this has to be it. Whether that is, like, okay, the thing that kind of comes to mind, and it isn't about this, but I want to give like an example of that feeling where let's say you're in a relationship and your boyfriend is cheating, but you're so like fearful of it and so in denial of it, where you're like, no, he's not cheating. He is so your comfort zone that you're almost like clinging onto it, distorting vision for yourself, going like, oh, they are just a friend, or oh, he says he has to work, or oh, like, you know, so covering up that you don't see the distorted reality of it. So whatever this is, again, this is just to give a little bit of the feeling that I'm having with it. I feel like there needs to be a harsh reality check, because only when we see reality for what it is can we have breakthroughs and can we move forward from it. Is it scary? Is it out of our comfort zone? Hell yes. But I do feel with that Cosmic and Purpose, we need to see the reality in order to meet our purpose, in order to get to our spiritual goal, to get to, you know, but right now we're so closed off, guarded, and resistance to take a look at the truth, where Spirit's like, just like, okay, you have a choice. You have a choice. I shared a video on TikTok, which I just love how they explain stuff, where Spirit always goes, you have a choice. You always have a choice. But in order to bring this new thing that you want in life, you need to make room in it. We need to clear out our backpack before we can put in more stuff in, and that is scary and it takes some time, especially because you need to clear it out before something new can come in. So there is going to be a feeling of loss, there is going to be a feeling of loneliness, there is going to be a feeling of, is this the right path? For sure, you always have a choice. You can choose to keep everything in your life as you wanted, but then let go of the idea of desiring something new. because you need to, it's one or the other. You can go back to toxicity, you can go back to that comfort zone that you know you don't deserve and that you know is not for you. That is a choice, and that's totally fine. It's not a bad choice, it's just a choice that you make. But then the desire for more, nothing is free in this world. So what are you willing to sacrifice for this new thing coming in, for your own growth, for moving forward, for becoming the better version of yourself? And you know, we all want to become millionaires at some point, but are we also willing to pay the price and the sacrifices that are necessary in order to get there? A lot of the people are like, no, I'd rather than just live my life as it is, not be a billionaire, but you know, keeping it the way that it is. Again, both options are totally fine options, but we do need to see the reality for what it is so that we can make the right decision for us. And I kind of feel like Spirit just going like, okay, right now you're just very closed off, but like desiring all these things. So we need to have a little bit of a like check-in. Okay, it's about people in my dorm. I guess I can't deny anymore that they're not as kind as I think. It's hard to choose moving out, but thank you so much for the explanation. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. And yeah. Super related. Oh my god. Okay, well that's good. That's good. Yeah. Because, yeah, this is also like a thing of like, you're not crazy. You know, you're not crazy. This is just it, but we need to see the reality for it. Anyway, hi everyone, welcome, welcome, welcome. I don't know who is still here, so let me reset the chat real quick. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you are returning. If you are new, nice to meet you. My name is Lindy. I am a Dutch tarot reader from the area of Rotterdam. Very direct person, very direct tarot reader. Today on Friday, we always do shit a little bit different than usual, and today I am gonna do some totally free, a little bit more in-depth like messages from Spirit that you need to hear at this time. I will not be answering questions. I will not be looking into specifics. If you're interested in the possibility, because again I randomly pick from the chat, there's no guarantee that you will get your reading, but if you are interested, follow the channel, like the live stream, let me know your name and I will take a look. Keep in mind as well, there might be some messages in other people's readings as well for you, so keep an open mind. There might be some, again, messages for you as well. If you would like, if you're like, bitch, I need one. Or if you want a different oracle, then a €2 donation is how you can get those. If you would like a more in-depth one-question tarot reading where you can actually ask your question, a €10 donation is how you can get those. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat on YouTube. If you are working with a different currency than the euro and you don't know the exchange rate, let me know. We can look it up and we can figure it out. Yes, also keep in mind, I live stream every single day from Monday to Friday, but only for 2 hours max each time. So give me a follow if you haven't yet. So, yes. Just yes. Or hit that notification bell if you would like to receive notifications whenever I am in the live stream. Usually during the week, at the start of my live stream, there's a poll up on which you guys can vote and decide what we will be using for the free oracles as well. So yes. Hello darling, I was wondering if you could possibly help me with explaining and expanding on a card reading I got last night. I could platonically, yes, but a lot of like tarot readers read in a different way, but I could explain like the generic explanation of the cards if you want to, for sure. Sorry Lindy, I was on the underground. Did you pick me? I have no idea, darling. I don't remember. I'm sorry, I don't remember. Sorry. Okay, who do I want to do next? Rashma. Let's take a look at yours, darling. Rashma. This ring? Oh my god. Okay, Rashma. Message for Rashma. I just also remember that I said platonic, but I didn't mean platonic. I meant like, I don't know how you say it. Okay, anyway, Rashma, we have decisions. We have ego, vanity, and pride. Storm and unexpected, release, surrender, purge with disharmony, triggers, and conflict. Okay, I feel like something happening for you where you have no control over, but it does impact you. It will require you to make a decision about this. Let go of any negative thoughts. When it comes to making this decision, just think, if everyone that might have an opinion about this died tomorrow, what would my decision be? Or if there was like no backlash, if no one could have an opinion about it, what decision would you make? Let go of any feeling of like guilt. With ego, vanity, and pride, we don't give a shit what other people say about us, only what makes you happy. So make the decision. Again, especially because it's something that just kind of like happens to you. You didn't make the choice to be in this situation or to have this choice. So definitely choose yourself. Disharmony, triggers, and conflict. If you are fearful of what, because I kind of feel like it doesn't really matter what decision you make, there will be people not agreeing with it. And in this situation, I kind of feel like there is no making everyone happy. So if you have the choice, make the choice for you. And fuck everyone else. Again, people are going to have opinions about it. Does it suck? Of course it sucks. Of course you want to make the best decision for everyone. But at the same time, again, you didn't choose to be in this fucking situation. Now you have to make a decision, so better believe I'm going to make the best decision for myself in this situation. And again, with that release, surrender, and purge, then just like surrender to it. Okay, this just kind of happened. I have no control. I need to make a decision. Okay, what is the best decision for me? That. Okay, we're going to do that. And also don't feel the need to explain your reasoning. No is no. Like, would people ask for a why if it was a yes? No. Then why are we doing it for a no? It's a similar. I'm not gonna give you an excuse to why for a no that I wouldn't give for a yes as well. So yeah, don't feel the need to explain your reasoning or come up with like good excuses why you did what you did. I just did it for me. Yes. So yeah, no, yeah. You don't need more of like, you don't owe anyone an explanation. Again, especially because it's a situation that you got placed in. It's not something that you chose to be. So no. The audacity from some people, no. So yes, yeah, there is my current situation. Okay, it resonates. Okay, good. I'm glad. Well, I'm sorry. It's good. It was the Major Arcana series, and I got Temperance. They said it was a warning that someone around me wishes me harm, as to perish, which is very concerning. That a card would like to come up being how I'm a single mother. So my question would be, if you knew what the card reading is. Okay, so I don't do only Major Arcana series. I get all of it, but I can, like, for me, again, cards are very personal for every reader. For me, Temperance talks about balance. It talks about the middle ground, compromising. It's a more like a calmer energy. Yeah, with that, like, wishes me harm and whatnot. Like, for me, Temperance sometimes is also depicted as karma. So if you have bad karma, I suppose. Again, Temperance is very much what goes around comes around. Balancing, restoring balance. So unless you have very fucking bad karma, yeah. But again, that is for me, right? It's very different for every reader. Everyone does it their own way and have their own meaning to it. So yeah. For me, that is what Temperance entails. Suba, darling, let's take a look at your angel number message for Suba. Okay, you have 000, return. Perfection and beginning. Powerful and brave. A reminder that you are one with God. While feeling the love of the Creator in your heart, it is also a sign that a situation has completed a full circle. So the full circle, coming back to the start, completion, going through completion, endings, release, with this full moon coming in as well. Yeah, okay, this is the only one for you. I don't know. I don't know what else to make of this, or what else to say about this, but yes. Okay, let's take a look. Ngie. I want to take a look at Ngie's. Ngie. Okay. We have toxicity, bound and patterns, spying, watching and inspecting, and integration and union, with decisions at the bottom. Okay, and then the past, lack and suffering. So I feel like that there might be a person from your past either coming back, or they're still keeping an eye on you. That sounds so creepy, but keeping an eye on you, more so as in like watching your social media, or you know, still kind of like sticking around, which I kind of feel like is like a cautious toxic person. And what I mean with that is like just a creepy person, which I don't know if that's like an ex-partner, or that was someone that like at some point like had hoped for like a relationship. But with that overall energy for like decisions. Okay, what is that decision then? What is Ngie's decision for this? Sounds creepy, yeah. Present, abundant, and gratitude. Okay. Seed and spring. What is that spying here? What is that spying here? I'm just like feeling that is like a person. We have a message, travel, communication, action, courage, and beginnings. Okay, so you might receive a message from someone that has been like watching your social media, or has been seeing you around. That can also be like in the gym, someone that just sees you around. Again, I do feel a little bit creepy energy, just because I kind of feel like that there is some toxicity there with it. With that present, like, don't worry too much about it until that decision comes to you. Don't go like, who's watching me? Because I kind of feel like that will just come on their own. We also have with the message here, bottle, a message in a bottle, which just takes a long time to have the courage to, you know, step up and reach out to you. So yeah, I honestly kind of want to leave it there. Again, I feel like that there's just someone interested in you. I think like the toxicity, I feel like just comes from insecurity, but you know, insecurity in people don't do well in relationships, because that bleeds into relationships as well, and that's kind of where I see the toxicity happening for them. Again, you don't have to do anything with it. Don't change who you are, or just be present in the moment yourself. I feel like they will come with some sort of offering on their own, and you can deal with that when that offering is there. In the meantime, let's not fill in the blanks. Let's not treat them any different than you would anyone else. Just be you. And again, this will kind of like happens on their own. I would advise against it, because I don't know, it just, yeah, it just feels, I don't know, yeah, yeah, but again, it is very much a decision for you to make. Just, you know, again, it's, I got a little bit of like creepy vibes, but it's not to the point of like stalking, you know, which is like fine then. for taking the time for explaining and helping me. You're welcome. I appreciate it. I'm just now getting into tarot, so I'm still learning everything. So I figured there was no harm in asking. Especially, yeah, you can always ask. And if you're learning tarot, I always say I highly recommend Labyrinthos, which is an app. Which, like, playing wise, you slowly learn the tarot. They ask, okay, here's like a word, what card would that belong to, that word? And like playing wise, you kind of like learn the tarot. So if you're interested in that, Labyrinthos is the name of the app. Again, help me a whole bunch. It's just fun. It's not just tarot. It's also like phases of the moon and all the other stuff. Runes, I think they have as well. So yeah, check that out. Thanks so much. You're welcome. Hi everyone, welcome. Let me have a little bit of a moment. Hi everyone, welcome. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you are returning. I'm kind of feeling like I want to call last call for the free oracle readings, and with that I'm just gonna do three more people, and then call it a day for today. So if you're interested in a free oracle read, all you need to do is follow the channel, like the live stream, let me know your name. I randomly pick from the chat. Again, I just have 3 spots for today left. If you're wanting one of those or a different oracle altogether, then a €2 donation is how you can get those. If you would like a more in-depth one-question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €10 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. Also keep in mind that there might be some messages for you in someone else's reading as well. And as well, there is not always a message for you, so keep that in mind as well. Yeah, I love Labyrinthos. I used it when I was learning tarot as well until I got comfortable. One day I'll give you a thought love read. Oh, thank you. Oh, I would love that. I would love that. Yes, my love readings usually are just focus on work. That's basically what my love readings usually are. Like, bitch, just have patience. Just focus on work. Love will come when work goes. So just focus on work. But I would love a love reading, darling. But yeah, Labyrinthos. I am very much a visual learner, and Labyrinthos really helped me out. I do not learn from books. I will forget. I need to see it, experience, feel it, and Labyrinthos very much helped with that. They did change the interface a little bit, which made me go a bit where I'm like, oh, but there's so much information on Labyrinthos. I highly recommend using it always. Not sponsored. I just love using it. If they want to sponsor me, I would love that. Cause yeah. Okay, let's take a look. Who is next? Nuhana. Let's take a look, darling. For Nuhana. Anything Nuhana needs to know or hear at this time. We have fraction, loss, and fragmented. We have toxicity, bound, and patterns, celebration, gifts, and abundance. And then we also have the comfort zone, south node, and clinging. And the overall energy is twin flame, which makes a lot of fucking sense. Okay, because the twin flame is, some people believe twin flames are split, like split souls, where with that fragmented, you know, they are a fragment of who you are, as well as twin flames can get very toxic. But with this overall, the twin flame doesn't have to be the twin flame with another person. It can also be just the connection to yourself, your head and your heart space being out of line or being fragmented. I think Spirit would like you to start with celebrating the small things in life, being grateful for the things already in our life, as well as stepping outside of our comfort zone a little bit, whether that is going, like changing directions on your route to work, or... So I go grocery shopping every single day, and I walk to the grocery store. Usually, at some point, I always walk the same route to and from the grocery store, and sometimes I feel the need to have a little bit extra groundness, and what I do is then either I change the route to the grocery store, or I do more of a mindful walk where I put my phone away on silence. I walk to the grocery store with the idea of, okay, let me see if I can find something fun, whether that or beautiful or something, where I just soak it in, where I go look on my walk, go look for something beautiful, whether that is flowers, whether that's a cool car or a good color on a car, a person, whatever I see, I go look for beauty in it. And I kind of feel like, yeah, to have a little bit of that base, especially if you are feeling lost, if you're feeling rejected, or just I kind of feel like just slightly out of balance, at all times. Because with that toxicity, bound, and patterns, if you look at it, she is not actually bound. It's just a pattern of abuse, or about self-abuse can also be it, that you just routine, and it's only kind of hurting you by doing that. So yeah, I kind of feel like we're slightly out of balance, but you can redirect that a little bit by stepping outside of your routine. That can be as simple as changing hands when you brush your teeth. If you're brushing your teeth with your right hand, use your left hand. Is it going to be awkward? Is it going to be weird? Yes, but just try to spend a little bit extra time, as well as try to see the weirdness of it. Laugh about yourself a little bit. Where okay, I started brushing my teeth with my left hand and it was a mess. Not always, but every now and then I feel like you can throw something like that out there. That can also be dress how you want to feel that day. Don't dress how you're feeling, but dress to how you want to feel. That's a little trick that I use for myself sometimes. On days like this, I'm just I wish I put on a dress, but for me, the way that I dress has a big impact with how I feel that day. You usually can see with me how I'm feeling, but with how I dress, how I have my hair. So small little changes, or small little where you kind of snap out of that routine a little bit more. Because it kind of feels like because of that out of balance, it kind of feels like you're losing yourself, or you're just I'm here on autopilot, and I don't really have a personality. I don't really know who I am. I don't really know what I'm doing, so let's get that back. And again, the smallest things can set that off, which is just a lot of fun. That can also be if you go to your if you wake up, you're okay, today I am gonna pet a dog. And along the day, if you don't run into a dog, that's totally fine. Then go to the dog park or something, or go on a walk in nature where the chances of meeting a dog is higher, and then when you do find a dog, it's yay yay, a dog. And if you don't find a dog, that's also fine, because then at least you were a little bit more grounded in the moment. So those little challenges that you can give yourself, so that you are a bit focused, oh, is that a dog? Did I hear a dog? As well as the curiosity. Me personally, whenever I see a cat or a dog, I have to pet it. That's I have to pet it. That's not neither of us have an option here. I will pet you, yes. But yeah, that, like, those little, like, small things that just bring you a little bit joy. Again, that can be very different, whatever that is for you. That can also be if you highly enjoy coffee, being just mindful in the morning when you drink your coffee. Every time you take a sip, really taste it rather than just on autopilot, just drink it. Again, it doesn't have to be big things. It can just be small little things during your day that just like ground you a little bit in your own body as well. And that can also be like, there's so many things. That can also be like standing in your garden for like 5 minutes before you have to head out, just to listen to like the birds sing. That can be, I don't know, that can be so many things. So it's more so like what makes you happy. Just that just like exist, that you don't have to, like, it's not where it's like, okay, when I go like swimming, or, you know, again, it doesn't have to be big things, just small things. And finding those as well, finding things that make you happy is also just a fun little, almost like scavenger hunt to do as well. Okay, anyway, so two more free oracle readings. Follow the channel, like the live stream, let me know your name. I have 2 more spots for today. Again, there's no guarantee that you will get your reading. If you're like, girl, I need this. Or if you want a different oracle altogether, then a €2 donation is how you can get those. If you would like a more in-depth one question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €10 donation. All donations can be done either through PayPal, Tiki, or Super Chat. Yeah, that is what's going on. Also keep in mind that sometimes there are messages for you that resonate for you in other people's readings as well. So definitely just keep an open eye for, or an open ear for whatever comes in. Because like what I just said, to Nuhana, those messages can also be relevant to you, where you're like, oh, I'm gonna try that, you know, go do it. Animals are great healers. Yeah, I miss having a pet. Yeah, they are. Okay, again, two more. I kind of want to take a look at Sandil. So Sandil, darling, let's take a look. Sandil. We have avoidance, stalemate, fate, detours, and divine intervention. Epiphany and breakthrough. You have twin flames, autumn with harvest, attraction and hot with Mars. And the overall energy is the sun, strength, and empowerment. And then we also have deception and temptation underneath that. Okay. I'm kind of feeling that there is a detour happening for you, that Spirit's like, well, maybe take this, let's go that you have been trying to like avoid. There's like this, like, I kind of feel like that there is this breakthrough moment, just like, and we kind of like shelved it. We kind of like put it to the side, well, I'll look at that later. When I feel like Spirit's like, no, that was, that was yeah, okay, which is just like, yeah, funny. Especially if you're feeling a little bit, I don't know what this is about though. What is this about? With the deception and temptation as well. Okay, I'm kind of feeling that we are putting off hard long-term work or long-term goals to the side a little bit. Where it's like, well, you know, I'll look at that later, or I have time to do that. A little bit of like procrastinating our long-term when we're very focused on the short-term temptation, which might be deceptive. And to give a clear example of it, let's say at the beginning of the year you're like, okay, I want to lose weight, or I want to look a certain way for like summer and whatnot, and you've kind of like putting it off, you didn't do the hard work, you didn't do, you know, and you're more like, okay, I got tempted by like sitting on the couch, I got tempted by eating unhealthy, I got tempted by, you know, got tempted by short-term satisfaction rather than working on our long-term goals. And it's getting to the point now where I'm not necessarily feeling that it is negative. Again, the overall energy is the sun's strength and empowerment, but that might mean letting go of expectations. Because otherwise you are just like beating yourself up for not doing shit. Like when you don't feel motivated, that might mean sometimes that the goal that we set for ourselves is just not for us. We honestly deep down don't really give a shit how we look. We don't really give a shit if I fit into like a slim bikini or like, you know, like I don't, so why, you know, so then like motivation is kind of lacking because you're not feeling motivated to get there because it's more like a pressure that society put on you than that is actually a desire for you. Which I kind of feel like Spirit's like, then just step into that energy. That can also be you going to school to become like a doctor, but you're not really in it. You're like, well, you know, I'm doing it because my parents wanted, and yeah, but I'm, you know, you then lack that like discipline to get it, which is totally fine. But then just accept that this is not what I want. This is not my desire. This is desire that has been put on me. That can be so many things, whether that is feeling too old to make changes, feeling like you have reached an age where you should have certain things, you know. And with that epiphany and breakthrough, this detour, I feel like just brings in a little bit the realization of, you know what, fuck this, I'm just gonna do me. I don't want a job, but now I got an opportunity, and I'm talking to someone who I really like, but situations are like, this relationship can't work out. That's true. I wanted to do yoga, and I am delaying it. Yeah. So I think it's, yeah, it can be like multiple things happening here for sure. But I think right now with that, because right now we're having like stalemate energy. We are, why is the music like ramping up all of a sudden? Oh my god. Okay. Anyway, I feel like that we are getting somewhere. Okay. And now it's like low again. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm kind of feeling with that avoidance and stalemate. Right now we are a little bit in a stalemate energy where we don't want to do it, but we are also not really making decisions to change or do something else. Where, like, okay, to give an example, sometimes, like, my brain is very action oriented, so I need to do shit. And if I'm feeling lazy, or if I'm just not necessarily lazy, but just feeling like, you know, and nothing kind of like happens, and I spent the entire day just kind of like procrastinating, and it's already 4 p.m. and I didn't really do anything. You also don't really heal. You don't also relax because you're tense, because you still feel like you need to do something, but you didn't do it. And then you just bash yourself, but that's not helping because that just puts you even more in like a slump, and then you don't move more. So let's then just be productively doing nothing. Give yourself then a little bit of a moment of like, okay, I'm gonna make the decision, but I'm gonna make it like tomorrow or next week, or like set a date where you can just, okay, in the next 2 days I'm just gonna relax, I'm not gonna think about it, I'm not gonna make this decision, I will do that in 2 days. If that's absolutely makes you nervous and you cannot do that, then make the decision now, but then give yourself some time to relax. Okay, I made the decision, I'm gonna relax, I'm gonna see how this decision makes me feel, and then in 2 days I can still change my mind, you know? But yeah, I kind of feel like Spirit would like a little bit more, okay, but like right now we're in stalemate and we need a little bit of like making decisions, or, you know. So yeah, I kind of want to leave it there. I kind of want to leave it there. Okay guys, let me reset the chat real quick. I'm gonna do one more free oracle, and then I am gonna last call for donations. Let me very quickly put this down, shift that here. Yes, please connect to the chat. performance freaking out. Could I make a donation to ask a question or wrapping it up? No, you still can, darling. You still can. Again, this is going to be the last reading for the free oracles. And just one person. So if you're wanting one after this, a €2 donation is how you can get them today. If you want a different oracle, €2 donation. If you would like a more in-depth one question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €10 donation. But let's take a look at the last one. I kind of want to take a look at Merida. Again, I'm not sure if I did yours, but I'm kind of feeling pulled towards you. So let's take a look. Merida. We have storm and unexpected, a reunion and soul tie, forming structure and solid foundation, the ace of fire with Leo, Sagittarius and Aries, and release, surrender, purge, memories and nostalgia. At the bottom of the deck we have apology and forgiveness. Okay, purge, surrender, letting go. I'm kind of feeling that this is very much letting go of the past, as well as forgiving yourself for past experiences, for past situations. We have guarded and vulnerability. So I feel like that's just more so for yourself, that either you're unable to forgive yourself, release, let go for yourself. Storm and unexpected, that's just things kind of like happening, which that is very much like tower energy, like unexpected change, revelation, breakthrough. But in this sense, not necessarily a great thing, just kind of like happening to you where you have no control over it. With that release, surrender and purge, like letting go of the fact that you have no control over it as well. Memories, nostalgia, looking back at the past, a reunion. So there might also be someone coming back. Okay, so in the case where this is a person coming back into your life, remind yourself that you are no longer the person that you were back then. A lot has changed, and with that forming and solid foundation structure, I feel like a little bit of a remembering that in the, like, you have been working on your foundation, on your own solid structure, that you can lean on yourself. Again, you are no longer that person that you were back then with this person. I'm feeling more so like letting go, release of like guilt that you have surrounding whatever this is. Oh, I should have done this, or I should have said that, or oh, I'm such an idiot, or I don't know. It's just, I feel like that there might be some guilt hanging around you, which I feel like it's time to release. Leave it in the past. It's no longer helping you in that building that foundation. As long as this guilt is within you, your foundation is going to be a little bit rocky, because someone only has to point it out to you for you to like break down. So forgive yourself, apologize to yourself, forgive, and then try to let go. You are no longer the person that you were. So I kind of want to leave there. I honestly kind of want to leave there. I hope that was helpful. I hope that resonated. But yes. I will do well in a position. Yeah. Have the confidence, darling. Have the confidence, because you got this. Also, Melissa and Gaia, thanks so much for the donations. Thank you. Let me take a look. It kind of like came at the same time, but for me, Melissa is up there first. So I'll take a look at yours first, darling. So Melissa, thanks so much. You're very welcome, darling. Melissa, what are Joe and his friends' current thoughts on you? On Melissa, what are their thoughts and feelings towards Melissa right now. We have the Knight of Pentacles. Okay, we have the Five of Swords, the Tower, the Hierophant, the Page of Cups, the World, and the Ace of Wands. Okay, I do feel that it is kind of like, because we're asking about like a group of people, that we're having a couple of different situations, but that's fine. That is fine. Ugh. Okay, we have the Five of Pentacles underneath that and the Queen of Cups underneath that. Okay, so I do say that that they see like slow progress. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving energy in the deck, but it is making sure that each step that they like. So I do feel that there is a sense of you getting more like confident, like growth happening. Like slowly but surely, you are getting more comfortable. You're getting more self-assured. The Five of Swords does talk about self-sabotage. So I do feel that there is a talk about either, I don't know, you making a comment that kind of like sets him off, or I do feel that obviously that there is very much, okay, them siding with Joe, where it is, okay, to give an example, sometimes, like with my sister and her husband, they are very fiery and very similar in a sense. But whenever something, like, because I know my sister so well, I know when you should stop with her, because she will get to a point where she just gets livid, and my brother-in-law always crosses that line, always continues and pushes on, because he is very similar to her as well, so they just don't know how to stop. And I kind of feel like from my point of view, I sometimes catch myself thinking when they are arguing or something, where I'm just like, oh my god, just stop, please just stop, because she is gonna up you, please stop. And then he does it and I'm like, oh my god, you're such an idiot. Where, you know, the foundation of it is that they're both fucking idiots for like arguing. So I kind of feel like that dynamic happening where they are like, oh, Melissa is like self-sabotaging this when she says, I don't know, this or that or that. Where again, it's kind of like bullshit, because, you know, we got into this situation for a reason. Like two people and whatnot, but I do feel that might have been like a comment here and there when you like have an argument that they just side with him and just go like, oh, Melissa just really fucked this up, where it's like, no, not really, but you know, okay. The Tower is, I kind of want to take a look at that Tower, because the Tower is sudden change. Why is the Tower here? But the Tower can be very, very good. Four of Swords and the Sun. Yeah, so that's happiness, needing a little bit of break. My sister says the same. Yeah. You know, sometimes from like a different perspective, you're just like, yeah, Scorpios have a timer. Yeah, I can confirm. Yeah, my sister is Scorpio. Yeah. But like, again, if you are like intense with, again, I know my sister really, really well, and you kind of like, okay, this is the time where you should just give up and call your losses, because you will get hurt. Like after this, there's no turning back. Okay, anyway, the Tower is Sun and Change, Revelation. So I almost feel that, I don't know if it's like from a break, healing happen, whether it is like a little bit of time out, where it might seem like scary, and it might seem, you know, where it's like, oh, like they took a break, oh, if that goes well, but it is for like the better, because again, it is that like happiness where it does work out. The Hierophant as well, to doing the right thing in the right order. That can also be, the Hierophant sometimes can talk about like marriage and you know, the next step, how it should be, next step in the relationship, you know, that can that like to specifically I don't know, that can be like when you're pregnant or you have children already but not married, where it's like, oh, because the Hierophant very much is like the church's way of what is right, you know, so more so like restoring order, doing the right thing that you're supposed to be doing. If you hurt someone, apologize, you know. Okay, the Tower. Why is the Tower here for Lisa? Why is the Tower here? 5 wands to 3 of wands. Okay. So I feel that there is at least one, which I don't like, which I kind of feel like is a little bit of an asshole, that just goes like, oh, just dump Melissa, just leave, just go. The Five of Wands talks about like rivalry, that they like say shit like, oh, there are so plenty of people that, you know, would want you, and just leave this situation, you know. Which I kind of feel like they are just a little bit of a runner, or like they have a wandering eye themselves. Which again isn't necessarily a good influence. But I do feel that person being there, that is just, I don't know, sick and tired of hearing, but not necessarily because it happens a lot, but more because they are just a person of just leave, because they would just leave when things get hard. They're like a runner. So that's a little bit when they hear like complaining or stuff like that, he just goes, just leave, dude, just go, you know. Which, yeah, again, I kind of get a little bit of fuckboy energy. I always say, don't take advice from people whose lives you don't want. So if you like, don't take relationship advice from a person that is bad in relationships, that you don't want to be in, like, you know. So whenever I always have that as well, where like my brother-in-law just went like, oh, don't you want to have children? Like, I'm a person, I don't want children. I love children, but I don't want that myself. Like, no baby is leaving my body. But he is just where I'm like, his life I would not want. So his advice or criticism of my life, I don't really give a shit about, you know. And I'm kind of feeling that happening here too. I've seen one friend that just has a lifestyle when it comes to a relationship that is not desirable, but he gives like advice still, where it's just like, dude, no one asked you. Go, I don't know, yeah, put it in a hole. I don't know. But yeah. Okay, let me take a look at the Page of Cups as well, because I'm kind of feeling also like good surprise as well. I kind of feel like that there is also a friend, which might have been a little bit unexpected, that took your side, as well as that just went like, dude, why don't you just like marry her? Just ask her to marry her. The Ace of Swords and the Eight of Swords. So I do feel that there is one friend with the Queen of Pentacles that does take your side, or does try to give him just a different perspective, not necessarily their own agenda of it, like Mr. Leave Her guy. There is a guy that's just like, okay, what do you want? We have the Ace of Swords, which is just communication. With the Eight of Swords, which is when he is feeling trapped in his own mind, I feel like this person or this friend very much helps him out of that stuck energy, in like out of like that circle, you know, that really just brings different perspectives, like you can also do this, or you can also try that, or you know, which I think is a very, very, very valuable friend to have for him. Again, overall, I do feel that there is like progress happening. It might be the slowest moving energy in the deck, but it is making sure that each thing is done well. I'm kind of feeling Mr. like Runner, I don't think that he has, moving forward, there's a lot of room for a person like that in Joe's life as well, because I kind of feel like Joe might get a little bit agitated with that person as well. Like, what the fuck, man? You know, that's not what I want. Okay, let me very quickly just take a look at the Ace of Wands real quick. Three of Swords and the Chariot, yeah, and then the Ace of Swords. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, more so, I kind of feel like when sometimes dudes feel the need to talk about situations, not because they're actually wanting to do it, but they want to not necessarily consider it, but like, sometimes you need to hear yourself talk in order to realize that that's not what you want. Again, for instance, with Mr. Runner here, like sometimes you need to hear stupid people like that talk in order to understand that that's a stupid fucking idea, you know? I don't know if that makes sense, but like, especially guys, they need to talk about things. Oh, maybe I should leave Melissa. That doesn't mean that he wants to leave you. It's just that he is so desperate that he wants to consider all options. And I think it is a safe space for him to do that with his friends than rather with you. Because you would go like, well, fuck you then. Leave then, you know. So I do think that his friend group is a safe space for him to just let it out. Not because that's what, again, guys' brains just work weird. I don't know. That's just how it works. I've learned that's how it works. Okay, it's fine. Anyway, so yeah. I do think it is a good group. I do think it's a good group, at least to the sense of, again, there are a couple where I'm like, okay, we could get rid of them. There is one, which I kind of feel like is his best friend, that very much just like, I just want you to be happy, man. You know, whatever that looks like. Which is more his ride and die. And that one I really, really like. The other one I'm a bit where it's like, I don't really care for. But yeah, I kind of want to leave it there. So we just said the same thing to Joe. Girl, I got goosebumps. You are making so much sense right now. Okay, good. Well, that's good. That means I'm doing a good job. So, yeah, I kind of want to leave it there. So I think it's good. I think he needs sometimes also to be with the boys. Again, guys' brains just work differently. We, like, or our brain, like, we're just very different in how we cope and do stuff. And you have to have, you know, friends like that sometimes. Like, we, as women, need friends where we can complain, they will listen, and we just go like, girl, fuck that. Like, you know, and then the next day we're fine again. Where it's like, oh, you guys look so cute. Where the day before we were like, girl, you deserve so much better. Like, you know, like, that's girls. Guys have similar situations that just don't make sense, but it helps, so that's good. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, Gaia, I'm so sorry for the wait, darling. Hopefully you're still in the chat, let me know, and I will take a look at your question. Hi, Ashley. Hello. Gaia, may I please ask how Desmond, 94 male, 49 male. In the Netherlands, we say numbers reversed. We say 9 and then 40, which is, I know, ridiculous. So 49 male is feeling towards you, 32 female. We've known each other 7 years, both married to other people. Is there anything I'm not seeing about this connection? Okay. Desmond, feeling towards Gaia. How is Desmond? How is Desmond feeling? Is there anything Gaia isn't seeing about this connection? Desmond's feelings for Gaia. Is there anything Gaia is not seeing about this connection? Okay. Okay. I'm already... Okay. There is this new phenomenon happening, but I don't know if there is like a word for it, but that is in my brain that I've noticed sometimes men do, especially if it is like an older guy, that is, I kind of want to say like a daddy issue, but like reversed, like how women sometimes have daddy issues, but then like reversed, as in he wants to be the caretaker, he wants to be, you know, yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's just take a look. Okay, overall energy, the 3 of Cups. Good. Okay, so that's friendships. Okay, as the overall energy. So I definitely feel that the intention is to just have friendship. But let's take a look if there are also the feelings are there, because I already kind of saw a couple of things. We have the 2 of Cups. We have the King of Cups. That's a good start. We have the Emperor, the 4 of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, and the 3 of Pentacles. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling a little bit of that daddy... tendencies. Let me call it daddy tendencies. I definitely feel that the overall energy is very much friendship, but at the same time, I feel like this person has an inherent feeling of wanting to be needed, wanting to be the protector, the provider, the daddy in a situation, needing that confirmation from everyone and everyone. The 4 of Wands is very, very comfortable around you. I definitely feel that there is love for you for sure, with the King of Cups being here. But I kind of feel like that also more so is in like a, I don't know, it's a little weird. The 3 of Pentacles is like working together. It is building together. It is also talking about a master and an apprentice kind of like situation. Like I guide, it's like an apprenticeship situation, working together, getting help, guiding you, perfecting your skill, you know. So I'm kind of getting that a little bit. I do feel that there are, again, feelings there, but the overall energy is more so keeping it on the friendship, even though I kind of feel like the need for validation from him. A little bit, like needing the validation there. Okay, why is the Page of Pentacles here? What's the Page of Pentacles here? The Magician. Okay, I feel, because I kind of feel like that, I don't, oh, okay. How do I say this? Okay, sometimes people have a little bit the desire to mold. And what I mean with that is, okay, you are totally new in, let's say you want to go, do like a new sport, but you're totally new, you don't know what to do, and like a coach teaches you in a certain way, but then if you go to a new coach, they might do it like totally different, you know. And I kind of feel like that there's a need for being like the first coach, or the first to mold you in a certain way, or the first, you know, which is just yes, validated by you. Exactly. Where I kind of feel like, again, there is that wanting like to teach you, or I don't know how else to describe it, that I kind of feel like he has like daddy issues, but then like the reversed. He wants to be that. He wants to get that validation. He wants to get that feeling of being a man, because I kind of feel like that's what it is. I'm a provider, a caretaker, I do this, blah, blah, blah. But then it is very platonic. Again, the Three of Cups is like that friendship. We're very comfortable with each other. So it is just a weird dynamic where the lines kind of like get vague, because again, I do feel that there are like feelings there. You have different people who want to mentor me, but I stuck with him. Yeah, which is like fine, you know, that is fine. But I think you guys would both benefit from some boundaries, because again, the overall energy is the friendship, but sometimes I kind of feel like that kind of like fades, and then it's good to have that boundary of like, hey, you shouldn't say that to me, we're like friends, or you know, that was kind of weird to say to a friend. Let me take a look at the King of Cups, because is that just him being a loving person? Okay, yeah, no, we have the Seven of Cups. That makes sense. Okay, and then the Hanged Man, yeah, and the Nine of Swords, yeah. Okay, so again, I do feel that there are feelings, and I do feel that there might be some worry surrounding, do you have feelings for me? The Seven of Cups can bring that confusion, because the Seven of Cups is a very confusing energy. It is having a lot of options, but not really. Is it an option? Is this not an option? What are the options? What is this? In what category do I put this? And the Hanged Man is very much taking a little bit of letting it happen. Again, not really having clear boundaries surrounding this. So I do feel good about it. Again, I do feel that there is sometimes a little bit of like a vague line there. There is definitely that desire to, like, yeah. Yeah, do you have any specific questions surrounding this? Because I kind of feel like this is just it. It's just like a little bit vague. Anything you are not seeing about this connection? I don't know. I kind of feel like this is just what you experienced, so this is what you see. Is there anything that Gaia needs to know about this? The Eight of Swords. So yeah, let's not overthink it too much. The Eight of Wands. Things can happen very, very quickly as well. So yeah. Recently I've been picking up on emotional undertones. Yeah, I don't want romance though. Yeah, that is very good for you to hold that boundary, that if they make like a joke or make a comment, just go like, ha ha ha, well, a good thing, you know, definitely drive them into the friend zone, like, oh, good thing we're only friends, you know, stuff like that. Again, let's not overthink shit too much. Let's just be who you are, have the boundary for yourself, because again, right now the overall energy is friendship, which is good. Let's just keep it there. Again, I think it's just because you are getting very, very comfortable with each other that it is only natural to have a deeper... I don't necessarily think it is like a crush. I don't necessarily think it is romance. I just feel like that there is just love for each other. Or love from him to you. Again, doesn't have to be romantic, but I kind of feel like because with that Seven of Cups, sometimes the lines get a little bit blurred. It can be good to just like address it in a moment, and not in a way of like, I'm not interested in you romantically, but more in a like playful manner of like, haha, well, good thing we're just friends, or haha, good thing we're married, you know. Because I do think that you guys work well together. And with the Two of Cups, I feel like you understand each other as well, really, really well. So yeah, I kind of want to leave there. Yeah, so for 7 years, it's been stable, good friendship feelings. Yes, I've been overthinking because he is an authority figure. Yeah. Well, yeah, that's okay. Like, I get that. Again, just don't worry too much about it. You can, like, the dynamic shift doesn't really, you know, you are allowed to address it. You are allowed to have opinions about it, because the dynamic difference doesn't almost like mean anything on a personal level, and this is a personal level, you know. Like, even if the fucking King of England would, you know, then that doesn't mean that you should then just like accept it and go with it. No, because there's a difference between work and personal and stuff like that. So yeah, I kind of want to leave there. So I hope that was helpful. I hope that resonated for you. Oh my god, my throat. Oh my lord. Ashley, thanks so much for the donation. Let me take a look. So my car insurance won't cover anything because I was door dashing. What is my outlook with the rest of my life this year? Money, job, love, friend. Oh my god. Whatever you can tell me, I'm desperate. I lost hope with everything. I got that. Thank you, that's great advice. You're very welcome. Go kick ass. Always put yourself first as well, you know? Just saying. Okay, Ashley. So, anything. What is your outlook for the rest of the year? So I'm not gonna look into just like specific like work, money, job, love, friendship. I'm just gonna do again, a one question. So what is just the outlook for the rest of this year for Ashley? For Ashley, the rest of the year. That's a long fucking time. That's still like 7 months, if not more. Oh, that's fine. Almost like 8 months. So a lot can happen in 8 months. I will tell you that. Okay, Ashley. The rest of the year for Ashley. The rest of the year. We have the Hanged Man. Okay. The Hanged Man, the Nine of Swords, the Two of Cups, Judgments, the Five of Wands, the Three of Cups, and the Star. Oh, thank God. Okay. Okay. So, the rest of the year, I am having high hope. I do feel that we might just struggle a little bit, again, at the beginning of the year, but I definitely feel that going up, especially at the end of the year. I'm feeling like friendships, I definitely feel that this is a very, very, very good year for friendships for you this year. I also feel that there might be some romance there. As well. The Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, friendships and romance, I think it's going to be good. I definitely feel new people coming into your life. Judgment being here as well. I definitely feel that this year brings like the ending of a chapter. Looking back at the past, learning, growing, and moving forward from them. I do feel that there's just so much worry already. Like this is such a, if you look at the rest of the year, you're already like, what the fuck is, I don't want this, you know? where there's just a little bit of a feeling of giving up already, when right now you're just experiencing an extreme low, and how to get out of that is not by looking up where you have to like rise to. Like if you climb a mountain, you are not looking up and going like, oh my god, I need to reach that top, because then you're not starting. But let's focus on like the next foot forward, the next day, rather than like the entire year. The Five of Wands can talk about like misunderstandings, it can talk about rivalry, it can talk about patterns of behavior coming back. Again, Judgment very much talks about, you know what, I have no fucks to give. And allowing people to show their true colors and leave your fucking life for good. Because again, we don't have any fucks left. We don't have any fucks left. Anything, I'm depressed and don't want to do anything anymore. Yeah, I've given up. Yeah, exactly. Again, that's kind of what I have with that Nine of Swords. But you haven't though. Because I kind of feel like that there is still that hope. That Nine of Swords, that is worrying, and you can only worry where there is hope, and we do have hope because we have the fucking star here. And it's okay if you don't know how to get out of this. It is okay if you're right now just not seeing it. The overall energy with the Hanged Man is doing nothing. That is just like laying here. I'm just gonna focus on myself, on my foundation, on the things that I need to do, whether that is work, whether that is like paying my bills, whether that is grocery shopping, and then let the world kind of just like spin around us without worrying too much of like people leaving your life, people coming into your life, people having opinions about shit. The Hanged Man is just taking a little bit of like, the only fucks that remain are for my body's survival. And that is okay to have. Again, with this too shall pass, and that's very much with the tarot. This card, this energy will move into the next one. And this is just something that we need to go through. We have the Ten of Swords, which is very, 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 very hurtful energy. So it's like all understandable that we just like don't see it and we want to give up and just go like, fuck. I think it can be a good thing for you to step into your evil era a little bit. And what I mean with evil era is no longer trying or even wanting to please other people to the point where you turn fucking rude. Just not giving a fuck. I kind of feel like an evil era coming, which I just absolutely love because we need that sometimes. Like embracing that dark feminine energy. Again, right now we have been so like, you are not gonna ask this person to do a favor. You know? This person is not gonna do favors for other people. No. We need a little bit of stalemate. And then with that Six of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles is investing, it is charity, it is helping other people, but you cannot give what you, like, if you're starving, you're not going to give your food to someone else. Your own first. It's like being in a car crash or in a plane crash. When the things come down, they always say do yours first before helping someone else, because you will pass the fuck out. So help yourself first when you have like energy and caught your breath, then help someone else. And that is the Six of Pentacles. You cannot pour from an empty fucking cup. And then the moment you get something in your fucking cup, let's not pour it out to someone else, because we need that too. So again, get a little bit in that evil era where it's just in the sense of how many fucks do I have to give to things that are not absolutely necessary. And I kind of feel like, again, with that Three of Cups, that there are some friends, or there will be new friends coming in, that support you through that understand that, you know, you're just going through a lot. Will you lose people? Yes. Do they belong in your life? No. Because again, with that judgment, that is very heavy energy of letting go of the past. And that's a very, especially for like you and what you've been through, is just going to be a big, you know, thing. And it's allow yourself to feel like shit. Allow yourself like, fuck it, I'm going to give up. Because there's also release in that. And the fact that you are still here and still talking is something that you can be very fucking proud of, which I am very proud of you for being here as well, especially if you're feeling like that, especially if you're feeling like giving up, because even every breath is then a victory, you know, and that is what you can be proud of, because that shit is difficult. You know, especially when you're like, I want to give up, then like taking another breath is difficult. And I kind of feel like not a lot of people understand that, but yeah. And again, for the rest of the year, I definitely feel that change and that shift happening. I see, when it comes to, again, it doesn't have to be romance. With that Two of Cups, the Three of Cups, that can also just be a friendship that is like a soul connection friendship that just gets it. And you can be so different, but still it works together. Oh, I didn't want to yesterday. I didn't want to be here anymore. Yeah. And I'm fucking proud that you're here anyway. Because again, that shit's not easy. Like, I have a friend, which, if we are talking to each other on midnight, we say Happy New Day. Happy New Day. Which, like, the core of it is very dark. But it also brings a little bit of like joy and playfulness with it. And I'm kind of feeling like that kind of like person for you here as well. Whoever that is. Again, just one foot at a time. So I just laid in bed all day instead of doing something because I would do something I wanted to do. Yeah. And that's great. Like, it sounds weird, but it's like great that you were able to do so. To just lay in bed. Let me take a look at your next question. Can we look at that love friendship thing, please? Yes. For Ashley. Who is that? Two of Cups, Three of Cups for Ashley coming in this year. Who is that person? We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so I do feel that this is a person coming in still. We have Temperance, the Chariots, the Six of Wands, the Page of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Star, love that, the King of Cups, and the Six of Pentacles again. Okay. So I kind of feel like this might be about like therapy as well. Getting into therapy or something. The Six of Pentacles again talks about investing still. We have the Star as well. We have a lot of like repetitive energy. We have this Ten of Swords, the Star, the Six of Pentacles. So with Temperance, that's kind of what I said. I kind of feel like that this might be an opposite person, but you balance each other out really, really well. Like the Two of Cups as well, this depicts two women, one blonde, one dark hair, where it's like very opposite energies. One might be very like dark and like emo, the other might be like very much like fluffy pink and dresses, but like opposites, but it just like works well together. The Six of Wands talks about like small victories moving forward. We also have a King of Cups energy, which I kind of want to take a look. What is that King of Cups here for Ashley? King of Cups. Where is it? Here. Okay. So I do feel that there might be romance coming in for you this year, where you're just like, I'm done with romance. But I do feel that there is a big, like this can also just be like a motivator. the Ace of Wands is a very, very attractive person. So let's say like at the gym, there's a very hot guy. And this guy is your only motivation to go to the gym, because maybe you'll run into him again, and not that there's anything like going on, but more like I can just look at him, where I feel like it's more like that kind of like person here. Again, I do feel that they're more so like a friendship with that Page of Cups, a very unexpected. You're going to do something for another reason and then run into this person. So that can be going to therapy and talking to this person in like the waiting room, or that can be, I don't know, you have to do something or you want to do something. That can also be like a course at work, or that can be, I don't know, cooking lessons and this person just happens to be there as well. Something like that, like a surprise. You're doing something and then surprise, here is this person. And it definitely feels like you've known each other for a very long time, because I kind of feel like you guys just get each other. I feel like you just look at each other and just like roll your eyes and that's like enough. Where I kind of feel like you're both, again, sometimes you talk to people and you're just like, oh my god, you have not been through shit in your life, have you? You know, just their outlook on life, you're just like, oh my god, sweet, sweet summer child, you have not been through anything. And this person has. I feel like, you know, which I kind of feel like also comes with a lot of good dark humor, you know, that just hits well. My soul is tired of constantly going through struggles where the light is always getting close. Yeah, I don't really get along with women. They always hate me for what seems no reason at all. Yeah. Can we see where I'll meet this person? Yeah. Let's take a look. But yeah, I do feel that it is more, again, I kind of feel like that male influence, that I feel like that's more like just like an attraction type of thing. I'm more focused on this here, which just kind of feels like a friend. Where will actually meet this person? Seven of Cups. So that is very much all the options open. The World. Completion. The Devil. And then the Six of Cups. Okay, this might be something that you wanted to do as a child, where you're like, okay, that was always so much fun. Whether that's like travel to a certain place, that can be, I don't know, bungee jumping, that can be taking music lessons, or joining a choir, or I don't know, something like that. But there is a little bit of fear, where the Devil is kind of like, the fear is kind of like stopping you from taking that, you know, that chance where you're like, oh, I'm too old, or I cannot do this, or people will laugh at me, or like whatever your brain talks to you about. But the Seven of Cups is like, yeah, a bit like confused. Again, I don't know. I do feel that it might be like a group activity type, like multiple people, but like this person is just, yeah, it. I have dark humor. Yeah, I kind of feel like this person will too. This person will too. And I, to be honest, when you said like, I don't really get along with women, I have the same, where, I was always growing up like very, very much one of the boys. I was very much a tomboy. I climbed trees. My pants were never in one piece, always dirty, like stuff like that. So I got along more with the guys than with the girls. But it's like the type, because at some point like in my school, the first 2 years I was in a class with only, with me included, 5 girls and everyone was boys. It was the best time ever. After that I went to 2 years of a class just girls. So it's the type of girls I've noticed that I just don't get along with, who are, you know, attention seekers and you know, who compare themselves with others and then compare themselves to me, and then there's that rivalry and just like, bitch, relax, I didn't do anything, you know, where like that type where it's like, but they are just the loudest type of women. Like I feel like a lot of people are not like that, but yes. Is that guy friendship or is it a love interest? I feel like it's more like a fling thing. I feel like it's more of like, fuck, they're hot. But there's no, I don't, like, I'm not necessarily seeing like action there. I think it's just, Yeah, we have the Empress and we have the Lovers. I don't see anything where you reach out to them. I definitely feel that if anything, they will reach out to you. Again, I kind of like the only example I'm kind of like getting in my mind is like going to the gym, this person being there, and you're just like, fuck, I need to come here more often. I do feel that it is mutual. I do feel that there is also that they find you very attractive as well. And I do feel that there might be some conversation happening. But it's very much up to you at that point where you're like, okay, what do I do with this? You know? What do I do with this? Yeah. I always get the ones who hate me, attack me, you know, like Belen. Yeah, exactly. Which are just insecure women. And those are the loudest type of women because they feel that they need to prove something. Those are the women that cling on men for attention, that need validation a lot of the time. When someone compliments you on something, she will bash you for it. Like those types of women, which are not girls. And especially nowadays, I feel like that definitely is changing more and more, where you just, like, I have that with my sister. Like, we look at each other, we roll our eyes, and just, like, we are thinking the same thing. I'm kind of feeling like that connection for you as well. And just a friend, where you're just like, oh my god, you know. Yeah. I would rather have a girl best friend. Yeah, I get that. Well, for me, it doesn't really matter, girl or a guy. But it's about quality, not quantity as well. You know, good girl best friend. Yeah. I got a little confused with the friendship thing and the love interest. Okay, well, let me know. So again, with the friendship thing, I'm feeling like, I definitely feel it's more so like a woman coming in for you. I think it will be very much, you might be a little bit opposite. So initially you might go like, oh, I don't know. But you guys just work really well together. I think you will meet, I'm not sure where you'll meet them. I think it's something that you have been wanting to do, but you keep telling yourself like, oh, I shouldn't, or just like fear kind of like seeping in of why you shouldn't. That can be like high heel dance classes, that can be like joining a choir, that, like, you know, anything like that. I think it is a slow burn, but I do think that you are just gonna be like, oh my god, I love this person. The friend is going to be a girl or a guy. I think a girl. I think a woman. Let me check, double check. I'm just getting female vibes from it. Friend. We have the Hierophant. And we also have the Emperor. Okay. Correct that. That might be a guy then. Oh my god. I kind of just got female vibes from it. But we have a fucking Emperor, which is masculinity. So, yeah. Okay. That can be a guy. And then we have the King of Pentacles. Okay, guy! Sorry, I was asking it when you were saying it. Sorry, got delayed. No, that's apparently a good question to ask, because now I'm getting, when I'm asking, like, because it just, the energy feels very much like best friends, as in like girls, you know? But when I ask, like, who is it, I'm getting men. I'm getting men. Okay. I'm getting men. Yes, I'm getting men. Yeah. And again, that, like, love interest, I feel like that's just a gym crush or something like that, where it's like just, this person is just physically fucking hot. But yeah. The guy is way or in touch with his feminine self. Yeah, yeah. Yes. That can also be like a gay man, but it can also just be a guy more in touch. Yeah. Like celebrating his own feminine side as well. Like, you know, someone that doesn't take himself that serious, as well as like don't mind being portrayed more feminine. Okay. I'm just like, okay, can I get more? And then we have the Eight of Swords, which, like, don't think too much about it. And we have the King of Pentacles again. Okay, so, yeah, I kind of want to leave it there for you. I kind of want to leave it there for you. Okay, guys, let me close the list for everything. So for everyone watching right now, this is last call. Let me close the list. List is closed. For anyone, closed. For everyone wanting an oracle, and €2 donation is how you can get those. If you would like a more in-depth one question tarot reading, it is going to be for a €10 donation. This is last call. I've spent more than 2 hours right now, so that is just last call. For everyone watching, you can make a donation right now. Let me know if you are going to make a donation so I can stick around long enough to actually do it. But I am closing the list for new people coming in. Well, that was funny where I'm getting guy but feel feminine. Yeah. Thank you, Lindy. You're welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So yeah, in the meantime, I'm gonna wait for like 2 minutes or so. If nothing happens, I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys have any questions about the tarot or about me for me, let me know. We can have a little bit of chat about that as well. I need a little bit of water. I need a little bit of water. Oh, and the sun is out and it's warm and I love it. I'm making a donation. Okay. Okay. Let me get my deck out. Let's take this one. Oh, poo poo. No, yeah, heh. Okay. Let me just check what is gonna be the weather tomorrow. I hope it's hot. Oh my god, yes. Oh my god. Next week is gonna be like 25 degrees. Yes, no rain. Yes. Okay. I need to shave my legs. Oh my god. Oh my god. Is the devil card always bad, or does it indicate end of addiction, toxic cycle patterns? So no card in a deck is inherited good or bad. The devil can talk about indulgence. It can talk about addictions. It can talk about fears, ego. For me, very much the combination of cards. Because in combination with, let's say, judgment, that can be about wanting to break toxic patterns of behavior. But yeah, the devil overall can be a very selfish energy. But for me, selfishness is also not always a bad thing as well, you know? Yeah, the devil can also be about being controlled, or feeling like you're being controlled by other people. You know, again, the devil can be many a thing. It doesn't always have to be bad. Again, for sure, it doesn't always. Because it kind of also depends on the situation. Sometimes we need to step a little bit into our devil energy and just go like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to spend money. I'm going to take care of myself. I'm going to do this for myself. I'm going to, you know. So, yes. Ashley. Oracle, hidden message, and love message. Old deck. Old deck. Love message? This one, I'm assuming. I'm assuming this one. Love message. Or, yeah. Let me know if it's this one, because otherwise it's the other one, but I'm kind of feeling that that's that one. Okay, and then the hidden message. So, let me take a look. Because if it's not this one, I think you mean this one. They're both pink. How do I? Yes. Let me know. I'm like, how do I distinct? These are like love messages, and this is just a message from your person. This is for and about your love life. I'm okay. Let me know. Let me know. So this is 1. This is 2. Let's go there. 1, 2. I'm assuming those are the 2. If it's a different deck, let me know. But I'm assuming. What did I say 1 was? This one. This is 1. Yes, this is 1, and that's 2. Okay. Jesus. Ashley, hidden message from Duncan. Hidden message from Duncan. Duncan. Oh my god. Okay, I'm not taking all of that. No. That just skimmed over my brain. Okay. We have destiny. I'm struggling to find the right path. Sabotage. I mess up the good things in my life sometimes. And inseparable. Our love is always there despite the distance. You need nicknames for your decks. Yeah. So I'm struggling to find the right path. I mess up the good things in my life sometimes, and our love is always there despite the distance. Message from your person, number 1. Okay, that's different. This was number 1, but this is a message for and about your love life. But I'm assuming you want this one. Message from your person. Okay. I think maybe. I don't know. Okay, anyway. Message from your person. That's what you said. That is this one. Okay. From Duncan. Let me add them on here. From Duncan. For Ashley. From Duncan. I want to be more than friends. I know that I crossed the line with you. It was my fault, but I blamed you, and we need to let each other go. Okay, we need to let each other go. Again, that is more so with that, because we also have I want to be more than friends. But I feel like that there's just a feeling a little bit of like lack, especially with that I mess up the good things in my life sometimes. That is what's going on here. I want to be more than friends, but we need to let each other go. I'm struggling to find the right path. There's just a lot of like uncertainty there, but the love that is there. It was my fault, but I blamed you. Again, I mess up the good things in my life sometimes. I know that I crossed the line with you. Again, I know I mess up the good things in my life sometimes. So they're struggling a little bit to find the right path. What is the right path? Because I feel like that there is a feeling of not being able to trust their own emotions and feelings. Okay, this is what I'm feeling. I'm gonna go for it. There's more like, I don't know, maybe, you know. So, yeah, I can only leave it at that. I'm doing another super chat. That's fine. I just talked to them from yesterday. Okay. And then lastly, because this is going to be the last one. Again, list is closed. Also for people that are already watching, this is the last one for Ashley. Let me get a deck out. Only 0. Let's take this one. Bruce isn't even going to heal, is he? He is always going to be toxic, and he wants to come back to be friends with me. He can't be stupid knowing I don't want him in my life if he is toxic. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know why we need to let each other go card came up. Again, I think that's just insecurity. I think there's just a lot of insecurity there, because again, the desire to be more than friends is there, but there's just a feeling of like, I'm not ready, or this is not for me, or you deserve better, or I just don't know what I want. I don't know, I mess shit up sometimes and I don't want to do that to you, like that. And that logical thinking comes to him going like, okay, we need to let each other go. It's better if we let each other go. But deep down, his desire is to be more than friends. So a little bit, you know, back and forth. Oh my god, my throat is hurting. Oh my lord. Okay. I need to bubble tonight because this is crazy. Okay, last one for today. Ashley, Bruce isn't even going to heal, is he? He is always going to be in toxic, and he wants me to come back to be your friends. He can't be. I'm just trying to decipher what question I can ask here. Is Bruce going to heal? Thanks for explaining the let each other go card. You're very welcome. Very, very welcome. I feel like at this point I just want to do Bruce. Just Bruce. Just what? Is he going to heal? I think that is like the question. Is Bruce going to heal? And if he doesn't, gonna have the expectation of coming back into your life. Is Bruce going to heal? There's a strength card. There's the shadow side, which is the devil, the 3 of pentacles, the 4 of pentacles, the empress, the 5 of pentacles, and the 4 of wands. This man, like, okay, so like my first initial thought is this man just tries to push forward healing. The hard work. When things get, I feel like he is a runner. When shit gets difficult, he runs. He wants low effort, minimum action that costs his energy, minimum input for the best possible result. I definitely feel that this is gonna bite him in the ass. I do see the possibility for him to get therapy. But 4 of Pentacles right now, very, very, very closed off. Again, like it's like the house being on fire, and he's just sitting in front of the porch, going like, "Oh, nothing's going on." Like he has all his valuables here, and like not even like going inside. It's like, you know how stereotypical Jewish houses get depicted in American like films, where it's like there's like plastic over everything, like you have to wear little things around your shoes so things don't get dirty, like that kind of like feeling to it, where it's like, well, you know, this is like, just don't as long as you don't touch it, nothing is gonna break in my house, you know, where it's like, boy, your house is a fucking, like, how do you, well, there's a roof, yeah, barely, like, but like, I kind of feel like it's more so like when someone else breaks, like, then at least it's not my fault, someone else broke it, where it's just like, oh my god, okay. 5 Pentacles, still a feeling of lack, which he is, I just get tired from his energy. I don't know. I also, like, I just noticed, like, my entire, like, attitude, my, like, physical attitude kind of, like, just changed because I'm just so fucking tired. He was definitely the runner, yeah. The blame game, yeah. Will he ever change? I still want to give a hopeful yes, but I kind of feel, in the sense of like, I feel like that there might be like therapy happening, so I do feel some growth. Okay, how do I explain this? So there is this like program in the Netherlands, this is so weird, but where was it Married at First Sight? I don't know. It's also like Love is Blind and all that, wherein they portray them to be better than how they actually act. And I kind of feel like in therapy as well, there's just that blaming of, okay, but there's nothing wrong with me. And I'm like, dude, yes there is. Yes there is. Again, there's this like program in the Netherlands where this guy, okay, so just to give an example of how his brain works, there's like Married at First Sight in the Netherlands, and there was this gay couple that got matched, and one person just got overwhelmed. there was like the couples week, where all the couples come together and spend the entire week in like a house together, and he was just very overwhelmed. He was just feeling insecure. He felt like he didn't have a place in the group, and his partner was really well with the group, you know, very sociable and all that. So the insecure guy just made him feel more insecure, not wanted, not desired, but that's his insecurity that he placed a responsibility to with his husband. Then halfway through the weekend, he took his husband apart and went like, okay, I'm just, you know, not feeling it, and I think we should just be friends, but I don't want to continue this marriage as it is right now. Which the husband said, well, fuck you then. You know, this comes out of nowhere. We were good. Everything was fine. We were happy. And now all of a sudden so you lied to me. You lied to me. And he was just like, fuck you. Okay. The guy that was insecure then blamed the husband for reacting that way, because we could have had a conversation about this where it was just like, that's just gaslighting, by the way. He was like, you told me you don't want to continue our marriage. What do you mean what is there to talk about? What is there to talk about after that? You know, where just accept that you are being overwhelmed. Just accept that you don't know how to deal with that emotion, but now you're just throwing shit out because you are feeling insecure. I am happy, and you want to level with me on that unhappy level, but that's not the way you do it. That's just gaslighting. That's just hurting. And till this day, the guy is convinced that he is not to blame in that, when even like the experts were like, well, dude, you kind of like, what is there to talk about? You said that, well, but then we can talk about it, like, why am I feeling that way, or, you know, how did I came to that conclusion? Well, maybe you should start with those emotions before you come to the fucking decision. Like, you know, it's like, oh my god. Okay, but again, that's kind of what I'm seeing here with Bruce as well, where his brain won't accept that there's something wrong with him, or that he is insecure, or, you know, where I do feel that there is, because I kind of feel like he goes to therapy to deal with the shit, the trouble that finds him. I seem to attract this all the time. My mom used to say, like, if like everyone treats you a certain way, is it then everyone, or is it then you? Like, what is the shared experience here? It's you, because those people don't know each other. It's not that they talk and decided like, oh, we are going to treat Bruce this way, you know. Yes, but I definitely feel like that there is a big part of like not wanting to hear it. I do feel that for certain things, but I think that's just going to be very small things, that he will adjust certain things when it comes to either like addictions or stuff like that, where it's gotten really bad, where he's like, yeah, it has gotten really bad, where he is suffering from his own behavior, where he cannot blame someone else, which is like addiction, which is, you know, which I kind of feel like that he will still kind of like go like, well, you know, I see like a commercial and then it's like, with those things where his behaviors impacts himself in a negative way, there I kind of feel like that there is the desire to work through that. Yeah, I'm getting overwhelmed easy, but I say everything how I feel, and people get instant irritated with me and gaslighting me and making me a problem, and I'm overreacting. Okay. Let me make it very, very clear that there is a difference. There's a difference between being depleted all your fucking life. It's like, for you, like you are not gonna blame a starved man for his eating etiquette. When you are depleted from something, when it's being offered to you, you know, like, you are not too much. It's oh, that's so frustrating. Okay, so yes, like, you do not blame a starving man for his eating etiquette. I kind of feel like this is very, very different in that sense, because he knows better. He knows better. Yeah, I honestly kind of want to leave it here. Will he ever change? I do see some change happening, but more so in the sense of the things that bothers him. I am hopeful for the change, more so like the older that he gets. But he needs to work, like his root problem is the problem he doesn't want to touch, look at, or even let other people hint at, which is his insecurities, which is his feeling of doubt about himself, which is the feeling like he is always trying to prove himself. And that core trauma, I think, will always be there, which is like fine, which is understandable, but you can work with it. Again, I am hopeful, but yeah. God, this man is just like tiring the fuck out of me. Just because, not, don't apologize for it, because one, I do it myself, two, I just want to get it right, and three, that's just the energy that's in the room. And does that stupid whole think he can come back to you and beg you for a friendship if he is still toxic? We have the Hanged Man, we have the Eight of Cups, we have the Six of Cups, we have Karma. It's a little bit unsure. So what I'm seeing, the Eight of Cups is emotionally walking away, emotionally letting go. The Six of Cups does talk about like the good memories that we hold. So at some point I'm kind of feeling with Karma, which is judgment here as well, to leave the past in the past and keep it as like a good memory. The overall energy with the Hanged Man, right now I'm not seeing any movement. The Hanged Man is just kind of like seeing what happens. They might throw it out there. They might, throw a line at you, but then just kind of like leave it. If you take it, then there's interaction. If you don't take it, I kind of feel like they won't like push, and just keep it as a memory. I do feel that there might be some contact at some point, but I don't think he will like search it out. I don't think he's like gonna hunt you down to have a conversation with you. So in that sense, I kind of want to say no. So, yes. Okay. Let me put these away. Let me have a sip of water. Again, I need to bubble. Oh my god. I should bubble more often. Yeah. I don't sing anymore, but those kind of like, now I use my voice so much. I need to take care of it. Okay. Yeah, good, because he stalked me to my apartment. Well, close to it. Oh my god. Jesus. Okay. That's creepy. I'm sorry you have to deal with that. Also, just wanted to emphasize again, I am fucking proud of you for dealing with it, because even if you're like, I'm not dealing with it, you are living it, and that is dealing. Whether you are like actively making it better or worse, or like in what direction it goes, doesn't matter. You're dealing with it, and that is, yes, you got this. Go kick ass. Just wanted to throw it out there. So yes, okay, I am gonna call it a day for today, guys. Yeah, the morning he found out I was transferring stores. Oh, I think you said that. Yeah. Okay, I have to go, guys. I have to go. I would love to like stick around and talk to you guys some more, but I have to call it a day. So I am again, it's already like almost 3 hours. So I am gonna go. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for being here. Have an amazing rest of your day. Go kick ass. Have a fun this weekend. Focus on yourself. A little bit of like Zen moment. Doesn't have to be long. Like 5-minute meditation is enough. Go kick ass. You absolutely got this. Have fun this weekend. And hopefully I'll talk to you guys again next week. Go get them. Go kick ass. You got this. And I'll talk to you guys very, very soon. So talk to you next time. Bye bye. Annyeong.